Hey, this is Paul Saver, the founder of Parent-Teenager Relationship Saver, and welcome to this next video tip, parenting tip, titled, What is the X Factor in the Parent-Teenager Relationship? I've worked as an educator most of my working life. I've been able to witness the inner workings of many schools, churches, NGOs, and businesses. And one conclusion I've come to over many years is that the single most important factor to determine the failure or success of any social organisation is leadership. And the same, I believe, is true in families. We as parents are leaders. Now, right now, you may be facing a difficult situation with your teenager who perhaps is being undisciplined, being disrespectful, and possibly out of control. If that's the case, I feel for you, and certainly your teenager has some serious growing up to do. But the tricky point is that in pointing the finger at your teenager, you may lose sight of the fact that it's you that is the key that will make or break your relationship with your teenager. I want to introduce to you our family pet. His name is Milo. Can we get a shot of Milo? Milo. Here he is. He just recently turned 6 years of age. He's about 35 in doggy years. And since day one, being a family of 6, he's been absolutely love-bombed for the last 6 years. So I like to think of Milo as being an emotionally well-adjusted dog. But many times I witnessed him meeting a perfect stranger and barking his head off as if he wanted to bite that person. Other occasions, again, meet a perfect stranger and his response was totally the opposite. Very calm and open and very welcoming. So why the difference? Well, pet experts will tell you, and maybe you're a dog owner and a pet expert as well, that animals are very sensitive to human emotions. They're very sensitive to the energy vibration coming off human beings. If the energy they feel is positive and encouraging and uplifting, then the animal will respond accordingly in a very open and very welcoming way. Alternatively, if the animal feels the human being being negative in any way, being critical, being discouraging, off-putting, then the animal will have a certain defensiveness and a resistance to that human being. With this thought in mind, I want you to cast your thought on all the bosses you've had in your working life. And I'm sure there's probably one or two, at least, hopefully at least, that you've looked up to and maybe even admired. And I'm sure you've had your share of shockers as well, bosses you'd rather forget. I want you now just to quickly do a 3-part visualization exercise. I want you to close your eyes and think of the best boss you've ever had. See them speaking and relating to you. And what do you feel from that person? How would you describe those feelings? Would you describe them as being positive, peaceful, encouraging, supportive, and empowering? I want you now to think of the worst boss you've ever had. And again, see them speaking and relating to you. Again, feel what you feel coming from them. How is it different? I want you now, thirdly, to think about your teenager. See your teenager talking and relating to you. But this time, tune in to what's coming off you. Is the vibration coming from you peaceful, calm? Is it encouraging, supportive, empowering? Or is it critical? Is it stressful? Is it anxious? Is it negative? My guess is that as a parent, you totally love your teenager and you only naturally want the best for them. But unwittingly, could it be that the energy coming off you toward your teenager is actually creating possibly a resistance in them? Only you can answer that question. This is Paul Saver of Parent-Teenager Relationship Saver, wishing you success in becoming a true leader in your family and creating a loving, caring and mutually respectful relationship with your teenager.